All right, guys, Mike here from Outback Kitters, just laying nice and cozy under this Ram 2500. Well, I want to talk to you about dual steering stabilizers. These are an absolute must-have if you are touring Australia. This really does help minimize and reduce that movement that you are going to get from left to right as you're hitting potholes, hitting divots, hitting the trails. It's going to really increase the stability both on and off the road. So we've got the BDS dual steering stabilizer here. So the factory one is mounted a little bit behind here. This relocates it in front. You've got these awesome Fox 2.0 shocks, and they're absolutely sensational to ride with these things. I've got a video after this. I'll show you going left to right. It's beautiful. Just a few things of what we want to suggest to you when you are installing these onto your rig. So what you do need to do is just to make sure that obviously you've got your bracket mounted onto here. You want to make sure that these shocks are mounted to the underside of these brackets. If you've got the 3, 4, or the 6-inch lift kit, if you've got the big boy, you got the 8-inch, this gets mounted on top there as well. So do these as well. So that way it just keeps all that nice and neat and level as well here. We've just had a few customers try to put it on top and not quite getting that right range of motion there. Now, this bracket here on the left-hand side, just a little installation tip. So this one doesn't move, so get that one installed first, and then obviously you get that center bracket done. The gap that you're gonna have between these two bolts is you're gonna have them between these two bolts here now instead. So because these two U-bolts mount up from underneath as well, they can be moved. So just make sure you get that alignment part right. And that way you're not gonna have any of these shocks sort of bottoming out when it has like on full lock. Another cool little tip is on the instructions, it does show these bolts, they are facing downwards with the nut on the bottom. What we do recommend is to actually do it the other way, have that bolt head on the bottom, the nut up top. Reason being is if you are on the trails and you're smacking into rocks or all kind of debris and you are damaging that bolt, you're never gonna get that thing off if it's all sort of torn and stripped. So that's just a nice little handy hit. And also you don't wanna have anything else trying to catch the stuff that's gonna be underneath your vehicle here as well. One thing that is coming soon from Outback Kitters that's in production as we speak, so we've got a new bracket here. It's going to cover all the way across these exposed shafts here as well, just so you're not getting these shafts, sandblasted by rocks or, sand debris and all that as well. That's just going to impede the performance of these long term. So guys, if you want any of these products, make sure you do go to the Outback Kitters website. Also do follow us on YouTube, because we have a whole bunch of product information and nice little hits and tips and tricks rather. Probably should learn how to speak. So good tips and tricks on how to install these for your vehicle. And if there's anything else, guys, make sure you do reach out to us at outbackkitters.com.